welcome to the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and Central Park Stadium. We've reached week 9 of the EA Sports college football season. Contenders, pretenders, starting to separate. And the Chanticleers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Georgia State's offense will have the football first. Cameron Brown, more than 300 yards and 3 scores in his last outing. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Butler. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls it on the option. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit.
Number 14, on to kick it away.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So Coastal Carolina's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
On target to the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He might want another play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Panthers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Butler. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal coming up. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. Breaks loose. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia State.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
And you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. All right, guys, let's talk a little Coastal Carolina. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program.
Wide open on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He wants to change this route. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Coastal! Makes the grab in the corner. Extra point here will tie the game. And it's no good. Had a chance to tie it and couldn't do it. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Good route running by the receiver on that corner route. He was really able to make a sharp break and then run toward the open hole in the defense.
Brown will throw it. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got a little grass. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Right down the middle. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Out of the backfield, he's open. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Brown wants to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Butler. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over, and they'll go to work from here. What a turn that last drive was. It didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Bailey. Finds his tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Gardner. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The shot that clears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He leaves it with his back. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
And the shot that clears will have it 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Snaps it in the shotgun. Unloads to the right. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Bailey. It's complete on the right side. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
3rd down play from the gun. He lets one fly deep. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Gonna take a shot. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws for the tight end. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Looking for a huge play. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 3 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Hey, guys, the Chanticleers head coach told me at the half, there is a big sense of urgency coming out of the locker room at the half. They know their backs are against the wall right now. All of the momentum going to their opponents as they went into the locker room. But now they get the ball back to start this third quarter, and Coach said, this is our time. We have got to take back that momentum, and he believes his team can do what it takes. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Got a man. It's Courtney. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Rides the option, he keeps it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies behind the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The shot that clears kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Right back to the well. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
We're losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off or make some plays for this offense.
To the air, it's Bailey. He's got him. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
RPO complete to open the drive. Could not make his way to the corner.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Wiles. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Running inside, it's Butler. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Panthers are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Brown will throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The shot to clear is now ready to go on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
It's complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down, down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
And the shot to clears look to keep this drive humming. Now they'll run the draw. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Zings it complete to the right. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wideout. Handoff from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
If you are a fan of old school running the rock, then you absolutely love this drive. 80-plus yards. They've done it mostly on the ground. That last run now sets them up even closer to the goal line. And you can see these defenders. They're looking over to the sideline looking for answers. They don't know what the front needs to be, if they need to substitute more big guys on the field. They can't stop the running game.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Trying to pound it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, shot to clear.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. The option look. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop. 2-point conversion to hold on to their lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Butler. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2.
Makes the grab in their space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. At the 45 on his way. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Brown wants to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Here comes the option. Maybe some room here. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Panthers! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. The Panthers get it right back with a score of their own.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Fires to the wideout. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Bailey. He spins that thing down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Fires left. Pulls it in. It's Washington. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Punch it out of the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Oh, a double pass. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. The shot that clears are at the line, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw again. He's got it and still on his feet. And with that, he's got him set up with a 1st and goal as we get set to play on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They want to throw it. Wideout trying to get it in. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Lowers those pads. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The run inside. It's Butler. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to him. Quick spin on the run. Here's a little room there. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not.